Hello, everybody. Welcome to Duo Planet, the podcast where we talk a lot about media. I'm one of your hosts, as Terrell,
I'm Ivo Slosher.
and today we're going to have a little discussion about our favorite performances in different types of media, being movies, TV, and video games. We've compiled a list of 5 for each subject, and then I believe we both have some honourable mentions that didn't quite make the cut into the main list. So the way we'll do it is we'll do movie, TV, games, and then honorable mentions. We'll do one at a time. So I'll go first, then Jordan will say one, and then we'll go down the list
Yeah, do
until
your number
eventually we
one.
run out.
Do your number one. Then I do my number one. And well,
Yeah. So without further ado, uh, for movies, in my number one place, I have Tom Hiddleston as Loki.
that's nice.
It's a strong one. Strong one.
Strong one. That is a
Opening
strong
strong.
start. Very
I
good
think
performance.
he does bring a very, very, very compelling performance to the character, and it shows that he keeps getting killed off and people keep bringing him back. So he's got to be doing something right.
Like he's died fake twice and real once, then gets his own show.
And somehow he's back. Time travel.
Time
So yeah,
travel,
Tom
yeah.
Hiddleston, Loki, every project. There's not a particular project I prefer him in. Maybe his own show.
Anything is in, really.
Maybe his own show I
I'm
prefer him
down
in,
for.
but I've put him in the movie section because he's in more movies than he is shows as
Yeah.
Loki. So that's my number one.
For my number one, I have gone with the person who started the MCU, Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man.
That's strong. I also have
Basically,
Iron Man on my list.
it's not in any particular movie. It's in everything he's in. I think he does really amazing. He definitely brings a lot to it. And sad that yesterday, guys, the 17th of October 2023, was actually the day he died in real world times, because obviously we are now catched up to Endgame in real time now, and yeah, yesterday was the date he died in the MCU. But yeah, Robert Downey
Very,
Jr. What?
very sad.
Yeah, very sad. I saw it on Twitter and I was like, wait, it is today.
It
I was
was.
like,
It was
excuse me.
indeed yesterday as of recording this.
Yeah. But yeah, it was very cool. And Robert Downey Jr. brings his A game every time he plays Iron Man. Every time he brought that character basically saved him in a way. If you think about it, it saved him. And I'm happy that we got all the stuff we did with him in. And yeah, next.
So my number two for movies is Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
I was tempted to do Deadpool, but I didn't.
Well, I was thinking, and then I was like, what performance did I really enjoy? And I've sort of put them in a way where it's about the actor, but also about the performance of the character as well. Ryan Reynolds obviously is just playing himself in Deadpool, and as such, it is a spectacular performance. He's so funny, so handsome, and yeah, I think enough said. Ryan Reynolds is probably one of the best actors in the world,
It really is.
and he just plays himself.
He definitely is one of the greatest actors of our time, and he definitely is amazing at what he does.
Right, you're number two, Jordan.
We're gonna get a lot of shit for this.
Oh God.
Robert Pattinson as the Batman.
Do you know what? You might think you're getting some shit for this. Robert Pattinson is number 5 on my movies
Really?
for the Batman.
Oh, we're both getting shit.
We're both gonna get shit. I mean, I
Right.
put him in number 5. I was gonna put him in honourable mentions, but I thought about it and I've swapped him around with someone else.
I feel like there are too many lists out there that have, Christian Bale.
Yeah.
And
listen, I think Patterson does great as Batman.
I think he does. I think
I'm
definitely
gonna
does.
quickly put an X next to him because I'm not gonna talk about him because we'll talk about him now. The performance that he managed to capture for the Batman in the Batman was flawless.
He's playing a Batman that is still early on.
Yeah.
It's still an early on I'm sick and tired of people asking for like an older Batman. I'm like, the reason we're not getting older people playing Batman is simple fact that they want the movies to continue for a while, so they're trying to like with James Gunn, he wants to cast younger people who can basically play the role for a while, play the role for ages throughout different media, and that's what he's trying to do. So, but within this version of it, it's an early on Batman, a very dark character, a very dark Batman who is still learning to not just use the Batman persona, but also use the Bruce Wayne persona. He's still learning, he's still trying to teach himself that he's not just this dark vigilante, that he is a symbol. Like he says at the end of the film.
Vengeance.
Like he says at end of the movie, he even says at end of the film that he's learned that he should be out in the day, that he shouldn't just stay in the shadows, that the city needs a symbol, something to look up to.
Do you want to know why? Because I'm Batman. Georgia, guess what?
What?
I'm Batman. I don't know if you knew that, but I'm Batman. I could play Batman. Justice for Gotham. I could play Batman. Hey, James Gunn. Hey, hit me up.
It's also the thing that in that film as well, it's the fact that they actually went and did the corruption story with like police and stuff like that, which not many have done. Like, a lot of people who watch Batman and that think he's just a guy who beats up villains, but no, he's a detective. When was the last time we ever saw Batman be a detective in a movie or TV show?
I justice.
Like, legit, never. Christian Bale, I don't think they really. Christian Bale did a little.
More like he was more of the superhero of Batman. He was never really the vigilante. He was always like the symbol. Hang on, I'm being crowded. Christian Bale, remember that. Go. So Christian Bale, obviously, great performance. Obviously, he was fantastic. However, I feel like Robert Pattinson managed to encapsulate the character.
And it's like with as well that we had a. You see, I don't like this Batman that much. I always forget who played him. Affleck, yeah. His Batman wasn't. His Batman was the vigilante type only.
His Batman was just rich.
Yeah, his Batman was just money.
That was his defining trait. There was no like intelligence there, like there's supposed to be. Like Batman's supposed to be one of the most intelligent characters in.
People don't realize if you're going to watch a Batman film, you want to see him be a detective. Is known as the world's greatest detective, yet where's the detectiveness? Where is it? I don't see it in any of them. But then you've got Robert Pattinson's, where most of the film was him being a detective. was him being Batman. Obviously, yeah, he did fights and stuff like that, but first and foremost, he was being a detective, which Batman is. Batman is a detective as well as a crime fighter. So, what?
100% agree.
Yeah. So, Ray, what's your next one?
So number 3 we're on now, I believe. I have Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther.
Oh, fuck's sake, Will!
You got that as well?
No, my number 3 as well.
Yeah, okay, so we talk about it again together. So, obviously, that says a lot. That we both... By the way, we filled this list in together, but we didn't tell each other where we placed people.
We didn't tell each other. So, yeah,
so
this is a surprise.
We have no idea who has who where. Obviously, rest in peace. No longer with us. However, I must say that the limited screen time he did get, not just...
It still annoys me to this day that when the images of him out and about, when he was sick and skinny, before they even started filming Black Panther 2, people were making fun of him. It still makes me angry today knowing that people did that, not realizing that he was probably sick.
Yeah.
It still makes me mad to this day, but, people now realize that he was sick, and he passed away before he even started filming, and we then ended up with the Black Panther film that we did. It would have been a completely different movie if he had lived.
I've been shouted.
Right?
Yeah, so obviously he wasn't in for long. He did three
performances, yeah.
It was Captain
America, 4.
A Civil War, Winter Soldier,
and What If,
and Black Panther itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think gone too soon. Probably one of the best actors.
Winter Soldier?
Memory. Yeah, he was in Winter Soldier.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Civil War.
Yeah, he was in Civil War. He was also in Winter Soldier.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Oh, you know about the show?
Yes.
I thought you were about Winter Soldier the movie. What are you on about, Winter Soldier?
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Chadwick was not in that.
Oh yeah, not Chadwick. I'm thinking about the other one. What's his face? Bucky. Listen, they call him the White Wolf, okay? Part of Wakanda. He's an animal-based superhero. Anyway, yeah, Chadwick. Awesome. Anything else on Chadwick?
Just the fact that we all miss him, and we hope that his legacy is continued.
Well, if you've got 2 more that we haven't spoken about, you're free to talk about your next 2, because we've talked about my last 2 in Robert Pattinson and Robert Downey Jr.
Right. For my number 4, I had Heath Ledger as Joker.
A good one.
I was thinking about going with Joaquin Phoenix, but then I thought, Heath is just better. Yeah, Joaquin was good as his version, but Heath is just good overall, and I think he brought something to the character. He definitely played Joker as this maniacal person. Even when one of the stunts went wrong, the explosion, he just went with it and just made it more funny. He but sadly passed away before he could play the character again. And yeah, I think Heath Ledger just embodied the Joker perfectly.
Yeah,
Like you,
agree.
anything else?
I think Heath did very well as the Joker. He isn't on my list, sadly. But yeah, it's a good one.
My number 5, I have Keanu Reeves as Neo in Matrix.
Also another good one. Not on my list. Keanu is on my list somewhere, but he's not in.
I think I know where you've got him.
I don't
You've
think
got
you
him in
do.
video games, haven't you?
No, I've not.
Oh, you've got him in TV.
Nope.
Oh, he's in your honorable mentions, isn't he?
Yep.
Also. But yeah, I've gone with Keanu Reeves as Neo in Matrix because I love the Matrix movies. Ever since I watched the first one, and he plays Neo really well, and him and Trinity have such good chemistry. Yeah, it's just overall Matrix is really a good film, and Keanu Reeves is just an amazing actor, really.
Yeah, I agree. I'll throw my honourable mention in for Keanu out now. It's for him as John Wick in the John Wick franchise.
I thought so. I thought it was gonna be something like
So that is our top 5 for movies. Now we'll move on to TV. In my number 1 spot for TV, I have Tyler Hoechlin as Superman from Superman and Lois.
He's my number 5.
Ah, very good. Great performance as always from.
Wait, did you go with Superman and Lois?
Yeah.
That version, not the other version.
Not the Supergirl version, the specifically Superman and Lois version.
I have another.
I have another Superman and Lois actor/actress.
Let me guess. It's.
I have Elizabeth Tulloch as Lois in Superman and Lois as my number 2.
Okay.
Both of them bring new life to these characters, and it's very, 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 very good. If you haven't watched Superman and Lois, go watch it, like right now. What about you, John?
My number 1, I have Freddie Highmore as Sean Murphy in The Good Doctor.
He's in my honourable mentions for the same role.
I really love The Good Doctor show. It's on Disney Plus now. First 3 seasons, I think it is. But yeah, I started watching it again, and I'm actually like the show after like with the amount of times I've watched it. With the amount of times I've watched it, it still gets better and better with each with each one, and a lot of stuff I relate to a lot of stuff that he that he has within him as well. I relate to a lot of stuff that he feels and stuff. So I just really like the character of it, and Freddie Highmore plays the character really well, and definitely does it greatly and does it respectively to those with autism. And yeah, am I saying my number 2 then?
Yeah, because I already did mine with Tulloch.
My number 2, I have gone with Nathan Fillion as Nolan from The Rookie.
I have him in my honourable mentions for The Rookie, but also for Destiny 2.
Okay.
If
you guys don't know, me and Will watch this cop show called The Rookie. Nathan Fillion plays a 50-year-old, also 40-year-old rookie.
Actually, I think when the show starts, he's like 36.
Yeah.
Or like 35 or something. So he's like midlife nearly. But now in like season 6, he's closing in on 40, 41.
Basically, he plays a cop he plays a guy who did construction for years. Ends up going through a bank robbery in his hometown, just been divorced and everything like that, and he ends up joining the police force after the bank robbery. After he helps with the bank robbery, he decides to join the police force, and he's the oldest person to be a rookie because they always like to have people younger so they can shape them and that. With someone who's older, they feel like that you can't really teach them stuff. But yeah, he does really well. He's gone through a lot of shit through the seasons, especially with Rosalind Dyer, serial killer, and all that stuff. And yeah, overall, very good performance, amazing show, and yeah,
Right. In my number 3 position, I have Matt Ryan as every portrayal that he has ever done as John Constantine. He's on my list twice in another section, but
I
we'll
think
get
he
to
would
that
be in
one.
my honorable mentions.
So yeah, Matt Ryan, John Constantine. Obviously, if you know who John Constantine is, you obviously know who Matt Ryan is because he is like the most iconic version.
He's more accurate than Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. If you don't know who John Constantine is, then you may know Matt Ryan from some other things. He's done other like animations. He's in a few games. One of the games is on my list.
He voices John Constantine in the animated Justice League, Dark, and all those. Also in the new one from the universe as well, and all that other stuff.
Yeah. But he captures the cocky British sorcerer quite well.
That's why I do like Keanu Reeves as Constantine, but he's not British,
And Constantine is a very British
and it's
hero.
not. And he doesn't play it very. He plays it too seriously than he does with cockiness and that, like Constantine does. So I like that film, but it's still very not Constantine. My
Let's hear
number
it, John.
3.
Let's hear it.
What?
What you got? What's your number 3? Let's hear it.
Grant Gustin as the Flash.
He's in my honourable mentions.
Mother
I
of
was thinking about doing it. I don't know if you'll have him, but I do have Stephen Amell in my honourable mentions as well.
I have Stephen Amell at number 4.
Yeah, I've got him in my honourable mentions.
Is that right?
Green Arrow.
So yeah, I've got Grant Gustin as the Flash and Stephen Amell as the Arrow at number 3.
Both
and
very
number 4.
valid. Both very valid.
Yeah. I just thought, get them in there. Same with like Tyler Hoechlin as Superman from Superman Lois version. I just love these actors. Grant Gustin plays probably the best live action Flash that there's been for a while. Stephen Amell plays an amazing Green Arrow, play better than Smallville's Green Arrow, even though I do like Smallville's Green Arrow a little. Tyler Hoechlin and Superman from Superman always does amazing. I just enjoy those shows. Arrow started the universe, and yeah, those are my last ones.
Those are so you're done for TV.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 4 for TV is Pedro Pascal as the Mandalorian and also as Joel from The Last of Us.
Oh, so for two.
Yeah.
Nice.
Obviously, Pedro is fantastic in both roles. Obviously, you don't see his face in The Mandalorian, however, it is him conveying the emotion. But primarily, this was for his portrayal of Joel in The Last of Us, which was probably one of the most iconic.
It was definitely. It was
ever.
amazing. It was very. What's the word?
Heart wrenching, gut wrenching.
Gut wrenching. Both of those, but it was also very faithful.
Yeah, very faithful actually. Despite the fact that they swapped him from a white guy to obviously Pedro's ancestry as I believe he's, what is he now? Trying to remember because it's not Mexican. I don't think it's.
Where is Pedro? It's called Santiago, Chile. Yeah.
So they changed him to be of Chile ancestry, which means that a lot of the stuff that Joel did in the games had to be sort of adapted to be.
His parents have got interesting jobs. One of his parents is a child psychologist, while the other parent is a fertility doctor.
My number 5, Jordan, is a recent one, and I want you to try and guess it.
A recent one?
A recent one.
Something we've watched?
Something we have watched.
Have we finished it, or is it a show that
we finished it. We finished it.
This year?
Yeah.
What's a show that we've watched this year together? Right, we watched Mando.
You'll kick yourself if you don't get it. I'll tell you that right now.
Is it Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka?
Nope, she's in my honourable mentions. It is from Ahsoka.
Is it Ray Stevenson?
Ray Stevenson as Balin
Baylor
Skull.
Skull. Alright, yeah.
I was
Okay,
thinking,
I
who
agree
do I
with
want to
you.
put on there? And then I remembered his performance. Again, rest in peace, no longer with us.
Peace.
But yeah, his performance
I
was
hope whoever takes over the
flawless.
role as Balin, or the next time we see the character, really does it justice.
They have massive like shoes to fill, and I don't know if it is possible to actually even fill the shoes that Ray Stevenson left behind. It was one of the most flawless performances and one of the most captivating I think I've ever seen in Star Wars.
Very.
So now we're on to games. My first for games, and Jordan will probably instantly shout at me for this one. Christopher Judge as Kratos in God of War.
It will.
Let me guess.
He's my number 5.
5. I'm surprised he's number 5 actually.
I didn't do it as a ranking. I just put whoever I thought. I didn't do it as a ranking.
Well, mine aren't really rankings. It's more of just that's the order my brain thought of them.
Same, exactly. So like Christopher Judge for me was like number 5. I just kept on thinking like, yeah, I've got him down as for both 2018 and Ragnarok though.
Yeah.
I've got him both for both. Yeah, Christopher Judge, amazing performance.
Fantastic voice acting. Very emotional in God of War.
Yeah.
Somehow makes a character that hasn't really had much character development.
Who's had a very history of just being this madman who kills gods.
Into a very somber...
Into somebody who now doesn't want to be a warrior. He doesn't want war. He doesn't want it anymore, but he's basically dragged into this war with Odin. He's basically dragged into it.
Very, very compelling performance indeed.
Yeah.
Who's your number 1 then, Jordan?
My number 1, is Yuri Lowenthal for Spider-Man. For Spider-Man PS4, PS5, and all
that. Yeah, I have him at number 3 in mind because I have another Spider-Man actor in my number 2 area.
But yeah, Yuri Lowenthal does amazing as the character. Definitely very well portrayed and definitely very precise, and I just like the emotion he gives to the character, and definitely one of the best Spider-Man performances we've had in a very long time. What about your number 2?
Well, my number 2, Jordan, was sticking with Spider-Man, ironically. I have got, I believe it's pronounced Naji Jetta as Miles Morales.
Is that the name you couldn't say?
No, there's another name that I still don't know if I can say properly that's at my number 4. But yeah, Miles Morales. I have put, my brain did think of him first, because my first thought was Christopher Judge.
I think he would probably, if I thought about it, I think like at the minute now he'd be in my honorable mentions.
Yeah. But yeah, he does very well in his own game. Obviously, Spider-Man 2, he'll get a far bigger role.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to like be able to switch between them and see him in school.
Yeah, Brooklyn's Visions Academy being there is massive.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see if Peter's a teacher. Can you imagine if he works there? If he actually works at Brooklyn Visions Academy? And he actually is one of Miles's teachers.
It'd be a good way to open the game.
It really would. Like, Miles walks into class, and then you see Peter at top of rate class today. Peter looks at Miles and goes, "Flip later, yeah, swinging, yeah, later, yeah, cool." Right.
So what about your number 2?
My number 2, I have gone with Kevin Conroy for Batman Arkham Game. Go away, Millie, I'm busy. But yeah, I've gone with Kevin Conroy. For my number 2, I've gone with Kevin Conroy from Batman Arkham games. That's Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and of course, Arkham Knight. Not Arkham Origin. What?
They replaced the voice actors.
I'm on about Arkham City.
Yeah, I know. Arkham Origins, they replaced the voice
Yeah, I
actor.
know. Not Arkham Origins.
Who also did great, by the way, but
They
Kevin
did
Conroy
great,
is
but Kevin
most
Conroy.
iconic.
I would have gone with him as in TV on that, but I thought that I would put him in video games because we are going to see him play Batman again for the last time within the Suicide Squad game. But yeah, I've gone with Kevin Conroy as Batman because he's iconic. Anytime I read a comic book that's a Batman comic, I've got his voice in my head because he voices Bruce Wayne. His voice acting is that good. The fact that he uses his regular voice for Batman, but like for Bruce, he tones his voice down to the point where you can't tell who's who. So it's done very well. About your number 3.
You're Alone, Paul Spider-Man, already spoken about.
So I guess I'll say mine.
Yeah.
Mine is another Arkham actor. Mark Hamill as Joker.
Saw that one coming.
Yeah, amazing. Same with Kevin Conroy. Anytime I read a comic book with Joker in, I just hear Mark Hamill's voice, and I think it's just done perfectly. What number 4?
So this is the name that I struggled to figure out the pronunciation for. I have Daisuke Tsuji from Ghost of Tsushima, who plays Jin Sakai.
Okay.
Probably one of the best performances of 2018.
Well, is that the main character?
That is the main character.
The character you play as, okay.
Yeah. Obviously, it was one of the best performances of 2018. It got nominated for several Game Awards. Sadly, I think.
All right.
Yeah, so I think that he didn't win any of the awards that he got nominated for, but I do think he deserved recognition because, like, Ghost of Tsushima was emotional as fuck.
Game Awards is always a hit or miss. Like, that's why I feel like even if we vote on that, the games that we want to win are never going to win.
Yeah, that's why I'm excited for this year because there's some definitive winners that if they don't win,
I feel like Spider-Man's up there.
Spider-Man 2 is definitely up there this year. Baldur's Gate 3. Starfield will get a nomination, but it shouldn't win anything because everyone started shitting on it 2 months after it came out.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people I've heard who like it. Mirage?
The Mirage may win music because of the
it does have real good music.
Song and
that one, I didn't even know One Republic did a song, and I like One Republic. I listened to that song the other day, and I sent it you as well, and I was like, that song's fucking cool. That is a good
Spider-Man,
song.
I don't know if you've seen it, but Spider-Man 2 released its like, do you know how they had Warbler Jets as Alive for Peter's first swing?
Yeah.
They've released the first swing song for Spider-Man 2.
I'll have to. Have you sent me
I've not. I'll send it you once we finish this. It's a completely original song made for the game, and I'll tell you something, Jordan, gets me pumped up.
Send me that.
What about your number 4?
My number 4, right? Cameron Monaghan as Cal Kestis from Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor.
In my honourable mentions, Jordan, I have one other person inside my 5 that
I just love his performance. Cameron Monaghan is amazing in everything he does. I feel like, do you know if the MCU wanted to cast a Harry Osborn? He's ginger. I'm just saying.
All right.
No, I'm just saying though. Harry Osborn is ginger.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
In the animations and stuff, Harry Osborn has been ginger, and I feel like Cameron Monaghan could do it really well. I feel like Cameron Monaghan would be amazing as Harry Osborn. Have you ever seen those animations where they have Norman and Harry have like the same hair?
Yeah.
And it's always like where it's got like ginger bits, but it's also got like little like dark ginger bits where it's like in a pattern where it just looks weird. But yeah, Cameron Monaghan, I think, would do amazing as Cal. He does amazing as Cal Kestis. He does amazing as all characters, but I think in Survivor, I like him more in Survivor because he's grown more, and obviously him and Merrin. I'm sorry, but it's Merrin.
Couple goals.
Couple goals. Like I was hoping, I was like sat there all the way throughout the game, being like, "Come on, Merrin, come on, you two, kiss already, please, just do it." And then they did, and I was like, "Yes!" I remember going on stream, being like, "Yes!" I was so happy, but yeah, that's my number 4, and that's it. Cause we've already talked about my number 5.
Well, my number 5 goes to the ever spectacular Roger Clark as Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, I knew that's where that was gonna go. I knew it.
Red Dead 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. Great performance. He actually won quite a few awards for his performance as well, which very well deserved.
Very well deserved.
Game made me cry, and without Roger Clark's performance, I don't think it'd have been as impactful. So that's my
very
number
good
5.
story. Very good. What about your honorable mentions? Because
I have quite a few. I'm just going to sort of like list them off because I have sort of been writing them down as we've been going, and it's sort of grown.
All right, go on.
So we've got Benjamin Byron Davies from Red Dead Redemption 2 as Dutch. We have Tony Todd from Spider-Man 2 as Venom. I know it's not out yet, but we know it's going to be absolutely mental.
It's Tony Todd. He's good in anything.
We have Abu Bakr Salim from Assassin's Creed Origins as Bayek.
Oh, okay, good.
Lars Mikkelsen from Star Wars Rebels as Grand Admiral Thrawn. Sam Witwer from multiple projects as multiple different characters.
Maul.
Ewan McGregor from Star Wars as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Christian Bale, Dark Knight, we'll talk about that. Hayden Christensen as Anakin from the Ahsoka series.
Yeah.
Grant Gustin, Stephen Amell, Keanu Reeves. Norman Reedus as Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead.
Got his own show now.
And Nathan Fillion as Cade Six from Destiny 2. Those are my
yeah, some good honorable mentions. Yeah.
Bet you weren't expecting Hayden Christensen. Bet you weren't expecting that.
No, I was wondering. No, I was expecting Hayden Christensen. I just wasn't expecting what you were gonna do it from.
Ahsoka.
I just didn't think. I thought you were gonna go like Revenge of the Sith or something. But...
I think my favorite one on there is probably Abu Bakr Salim as Bayek.
Yeah, Bayek is a really good character within their universe. I really like Bayek.
Do you have any other honourable mentions that you have in your head that you want to throw out before we wrap things up?
Not really, no. It's hard to think of because there's so many good ones. We'll be here forever.
But we would literally be here forever.
I feel like you've basically said the ones I'd probably come up with the most. So that's all I'm gonna say.
We're approaching the end of the year. We're getting closer and closer to 2024.
What do you want to do an announcement, guys? Well, I don't know if Will knows what I'm about to say.
When you say it, I might.
I'm just gonna message you it so you know what I'm actually announcing.
Yeah.
Right, guys. Me and Will have an announcement. As you know, over on my other podcast, Slashercast, I do a horror awards show every year. Well, I did until I deleted every episode with my co-host in. Scratch that. Don't want to mention it. So as you guys know, every year on Slashercast, I did a award show, a horror award show. So we are bringing that over to here. We are going to do a media. It's going to basically be called the Duo Planet Award Show, and we'll basically be awarding movies, TV, video games, all types of media for you, and that'll basically be our choices.
It'll be as objective as we can make it. So
we'll do it within categories. So basically, I don't know. We'll do like best video game, best movie, best TV show, honorable mentions like that. We'll also make it into this whole little thing as well. We'll probably even have an in memoriam moment for all those actors that we have lost through the years and all that. By the way, it won't just be for films and projects this year.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to limit us for this year. We will have an award which is Best Movie of the Year, and Best Video Game of the Year, and Best TV Show of the Year. Other than that, it will give awards to films from previous years and stuff like that.
Especially considering this is the first one,
and considering this is the first one, yeah. So it's a backlogger thing. So. Yeah,
however, the priority will be things from this year because we want to celebrate the journey that we've been on this year.
We'll probably have section it off where first things first is games and movies and TV from this year, and then we'll go down the line to things from previous years, and then it'll be the same from every year from out. It'll come out Christmas time, probably New Year's Day. Or before, I don't know when. It depends when we decide we want.
Around the New Year's time.
Around the New Year's time, it'll come out. I do want it to come out before New Year's Day, so before that. So I want it still to come out in 2023, but obviously close enough to the New Year as well. So that's how we'll work it.
Maybe the 30th then, because that's on a Saturday.
It has to be a Thursday.
Thursday, 28th?
Yeah. Because podcast is Thursdays. So, so we record it the week before, really. That's how we do it. So, yeah, that's how that'll work. And we hope everybody will enjoy that. Me and Will be working closely, probably the next few months or so, to figure out what categories we want to do, stuff like that.
I think the cutoff we'll do is the first week, so the 7th of December will be the cutoff for entries.
Yeah,
that'll be when we sit down on the Friday or Saturday, so the 8th or the 9th of December in that case.
And basically just sit down, write the categories all the way down, write the categories, write the thing. Then we'll work out how we want to do it, how we want to show them. I'll probably do it like I did with thing where we have four members in each category, and then I show basically who it is, do a little voiceover where it's and the nominees are and stuff like that, and make it into this entire thing just to award media in general and stuff like that. That's how we want to do it. And it will be a podcast. It is for the podcast, but as well as for a normal video for the channel. It'll be both.
Well, everyone, you should keep your eyes out in the coming weeks. So not in a couple of months, which we're talking now, but in two weeks or so, expect to see a spoiler review. Possibly for Spider-Man.
We were discussing a non-spoiler, but I realised that I can't do non-spoilers.
Yeah, so we're going to do a spoiler review.
Can't. Because once I'm talking,
which will be talking about the entire game once me and Jordan have played it.
Well, it'll be after I finished it on stream.
Yeah.
But I'll be streaming the game. I'll be streaming the game every week, every day of the week. Not every day. I stream on Twitch Mondays, Tuesdays, skip Wednesday, and then stream again Thursday, Friday. So I'll be doing that all until I finish the game.
Yeah, so you should finish it relatively quick.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't think we have anything else.
No, that's it. Just the news.
Well,
that's about it.
I've been one of your hosts as Terrell.
Abivo Slasher.
If you did enjoy, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the garbage YouTube ashes do. Let us know some of your favourite performances, your favourite actors and roles that they've played in the comments below. And we will see you in the next podcast. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Forget 1,000 things every day, pal. Make sure this is one of them.
It's over, Anakin!